Welcome back, everyone, here to the Bronx Talk Show. Today is March 24th, episode 10, and we are less than a week from opening day. Opening day is on Thursday. The Yankees will be traveling to Houston to take on the Astros. Nestor Cortez will be taking the ball for the Yankees going up against Framber Valdez of Houston. And it's really, really exciting. A lot of storylines. We're going to see Juan Soto's first at bat, his first game as a member of the New York Yankees. And, all in all, it's just going to be great to see, so many of the fan favorites, so many of the players over the years that we've came to love just take the field and set way and set the tone for the 2024 season because, we're not just waiting for opening day. Opening day is a symbol of the 162 game season plus playoffs that happens after that. It's just really, really exciting stuff. And the game starts at 4:10. So a lot of kids are going to be able to get out of school, not have to, miss school or stay in school for the game. So there's going to be a lot of eyes tuned in, and it's Yankees Astros, two heavyweights going at it. Does not get much better than that.
Yeah, I mean, if you play a spring sport, it kind of sucks. You're gonna miss the first half probably of that game, but I mean, the vibes are really starting to go, especially today. I mean, the first game in Mexico City was kind of bummed I didn't get to watch any of it. Seemed pretty cool though, and it felt like me and Ryan actually we pre-recorded a podcast earlier this morning because we both thought we were going to be busy tonight, and then it kind of a lot happened today that we were like, all right, we got to go live. I mean, we can't there's a lot more to talk about. The Yankees, Boone announced who the fifth starter is, which we'll get into in just a second. The Mexico City series, which was cool. Trevor Bauer.
That was weird.
The one thing I will say, and me and Ryan have both been anti-signing Trevor Bauer, but I don't think it's fair for people to just totally shut him out and just find every reason for him to not succeed. I mean, people are knocking him for pitching 3 scoreless innings against a Yankees minor league lineup. What do you want the guy to go out and do? All right, he's just trying to get a shot. So I don't think that shot is with the Yankees. I don't think that's really a good move for the Yankees. I don't know if him being in New York's really the best idea with all that media, but I guess credit to Trevor Bauer. He's trying to find his shot. So I just it's kind of the people on Twitter, because they'll always find a reason to hate on the guy, and that's not what me and Ryan are trying to do.
No.
Like when we're saying that the Yankees shouldn't have gotten him, we just didn't think it made sense for the Yankees. But yeah, I mean, he pitched 3 scoreless, got out of some jams. He was pretty fired up. But yeah, it seemed like good energy at the game.
Yeah. No, I mean, Trevor Bauer. Look, in my opinion, your opinion, I don't think his shot, if he gets a shot, should be with the Yankees. Maybe it works out with a different team, maybe a small market team with less media. I think the major reason that Trevor Bauer is not signed is because of his personality. It's because no team wants to deal with him filming YouTube videos inside their clubhouse, inside their dugout, and his crazy training methods and his bickering with the front office and players around him. And we've heard in the past he hasn't been able to get along with players. That is the huge reason why he's not signed. The other thing that happened also plays a major part in it as well. But when you have both those things, it's just, I don't know. It hasn't worked out for him with the big league club, but he's trying to, make a living. He's grinding. So, I guess tip of the cap there. But it was definitely weird seeing Trevor Bauer pitch against the Yankees for the Diablos Rojos, and Robinson Cano at the age of 41 years old. I mean, it's pretty crazy to see. I can't even be mad at my boy Robbie Cano. He's my favorite player growing up. He's one of your favorite players growing up. He signed me a ball when I was just 6, 7 years old. He's still playing baseball, professional baseball, and second at AB. He goes home runs. So I don't know. That was crazy. He goes 3 for 4. I think I had couple RBIs. So that's really really cool to see. It reminded me just how much I miss Robinson Cano and that smooth swing of his in Yankee Stadium. Still playing second base, which is pretty impressive. That's a hard position to play at the age of 41. And I know he's not playing in the major leagues, but I mean, with the Diablos Rojos, that's a professional baseball league.
Yeah.
That's really really impressive. What he's doing right now. So it's really really exciting stuff. I thought it was a fun game. The vibes were really really cool. The fans were into it. So I think it was probably my favorite spring training game. I watched like 6 7 innings of it. But yeah, I mean it was really really fun, and hopefully MLB can build off this. And like I think Jose Trevino said in his press conference before the game, maybe the MLB obviously is looking to expand. Maybe they put a team in Mexico City. Who knows? But yeah, it was definitely a really fun game.
It was. Maybe Cano could play third base because
Yeah.
Yanks do need someone there. And really, the last thing I guess about the game, Mariano Rivera throwing out the first pitch to
Yeah.
Cano was pretty cool. I mean, we put that on our socials, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I love that stuff when we've seen it during spring training with former Yankees coming back. I think that's it's awesome because the Yankees. And same with Diablo Rojas or
Rojos.
Diablo Rose.
No, Diablos Rojos.
Diablos Rojos.
Yeah.
Apparently they're like the Yankees of their
Yeah.
league. So and I love when the Yankees have so much history and culture. They should take advantage of that
Yeah.
and do what they've been doing this spring. So, it's all stuff that just comes together and gets you more excited. But how about we get into probably the biggest news of the day?
Mm.
It'd be interesting if we go back and look at our conversation that we had this morning about who should be the fifth starter. I know I was kind of leaning towards Clayton Beeter. I think Luis Heel was your guy, and I
Yeah.
guess you win.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But Luis Heel, he's going to be getting that fifth starter spot. He had a really, really good spring training in 5 games, 2-0, 2.87 ERA. That's 15.2 innings. Struck out 23 guys. Look, it looks like he's back and better than ever. He's recovered from Tommy John, and it's been a really long time since we've seen Luis Heel. And this kid still has a ton of promise. He's only 25 years old, which is saying a lot. And it's really going to be exciting to see this guy take the mound. And, if he succeeds for the Yankees this year and he thrives out there on the mound, this guy could be in the rotation for years to come. Like I said, he's only 25. Juan Soto is 25 years old. Just to put that, in comparison, I know one's a pitcher, one's a hitter, obviously different there, but they are the same age. And like I said before, it's been a very long time since we've seen Luis Heel. 2021, pitched with 3.07 ERA and 29.1 innings, struck out 38 guys. Opponents only batted 183 against him. And that he had a really, really impressive year in 2021, and then only made 1 start in 2022. So it's been a really long time, but I wouldn't say a lot, but he's had that big league experience opposed to giving it to a guy like Clayton Beeter or Will Warren. Heel's been up on that mound, and he's fiery. He brings that energy on the mound. The velo's been looking really, really good. He's gotten up to 97, 98, maybe even 99 more than a couple times. So it's really exciting stuff. Like you said before, he was the guy I was pushing for. He's the guy I wanted to be the fifth starter. And, right now I'm definitely happy with the Yankees' decision for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this guy – look, I mean, he was great for when he came up with the Yankees in 2021. Pitched to a 3.07 ERA in almost 30 innings. And then, between injuries, I think he had Tommy John, right? and
Yeah.
then he never really found it coming back in the minors. But this guy's gonna have a real shot, right? Uh, you know, I kind of similar comparison, kind of not. Devi Garcia. This guy, though, he's been there and done that, right? And I'm
Hmm.
happy that he's finally going to get another shot, and he's not just going to be stuck down there in AAA, right? This guy, as you said, was an electric pitcher for the
Yeah.
Yankees. I think a lot of Yankee fans thought of like prime Severino when this guy first came up, because he can throw that fastball
Yeah. It's
in a big
overpowering.
moment and
Yeah.
overpower you. You know, that Cole factor or that Severino factor that works in big spots. And I'm excited. I think it's, I think it was really between Heel, Weaver, and Beater. As for the other guys, I'm interested to see who goes to the bullpen, because I thought
Mm.
Heel might have been that guy. Uh, I'm leaning towards maybe Weaver as maybe a long relief guy now. I don't see. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for the Yankees to transition a guy like Will Warren or Clayton Beater to the bullpen. So, I think it's probably going to be Weaver in that back end there. But yeah, I mean, as for Luis Heel, I think this guy can impress a lot of people, turn a lot of heads. And if he does that, he can give the Yankees a tough decision when Garrett Cole comes back, because
Mm.
you look at the Yankees rotation, there's a lot of question marks. If Luis Heel is pitching really well and a guy like Carlos Rodon or Clark Schmidt isn't, it's going to be tough to send this guy back down to the minors.
Mm.
So,
Yeah. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. I mean, that's the bottom line. But I'm really excited for Luis Seal. It's definitely a big moment for him. He has to be absolutely thrilled and super stoked to get this opportunity after all he's been through. Tommy John, and being able to come up at what was he 23 and pitch as well as he did,
yeah.
and then have that crushing injury which required him Tommy John. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, especially on someone that young, that can be difficult to come back from. But here he is, really impressed this spring training. I know he's worked really hard, and here he is. And Luis Hill, listen, we don't really know him, but he's interacted with us a few times on Instagram and stuff like that. He seems like he's a really, really nice guy. So I'm super stoked, and I'm super happy for him.
Me too. And that was kind of the roaming question throughout spring. I think we're now going into the season feeling like everything is set except for third base,
Mm.
which is not what we were expecting. But Boone said it was pretty much a long shot that DJ is ready by opening day, which means he's not playing on opening day when
Yeah.
Aaron Boone says that. So who is it? I mean, Oswaldo Cabrera, probably the most likely internal option, with
Yeah.
Peraza being out for 8 weeks. I don't know if we want to do that, though, to start the season.
Yeah, I mean, you just said the most likely internal option. He might be their only option
Yeah,
internally. A guy like Kevin Smith, who's had a good spring training for the Yankees, could potentially play there at third base. I don't know. I think the Yankees are going to ride with Oswaldo Cabrera. And Oswaldo Cabrera, I mean, it just seems, we've seen guys on the Yankees before not be able to sniff an opportunity. I mean, we've seen guys before, play their ass off and cannot get on the field. Oswaldo Cabrera has done the opposite, and there's like no way the Yankees can get this guy off the field. And last year they gave him a full opportunity to, sort of platoon with Aaron Hicks, but it really Oswaldo was playing almost every day. They gave him an opportunity. He played horrible. He really got off to a bad start this year in spring training, picked it up towards the end. Who knows? I mean, the potential is there, being able to switch hit, play, every position in the infield and then every position in the outfield. I mean, that is super appealing to have the talent to do that at the big league level. is pretty amazing in itself. But as far as the bat, and quite frankly, the glove last year wasn't great. He just hasn't been able to produce for the Yankees. And every time last year he gets sent down, a couple days later, someone get hurt, he's right back up. And, he was going to be on the team regardless because of his versatility. But it looks like right now he's going to be the starting third baseman on opening day. And there's a couple names out there the Yankees can pick up and get, and I'll let you touch on that, Christian. But yeah, as of now, it looks like the guy at third base on Thursday is going to be Oswaldo Cabrera.
Yeah, and bearing a move. First option, I think, is Josh Harrison. I mean, this guy, he's been in baseball for a while now. I always think of the play. I'm pretty sure it was either him or Starling Marte. I get them both mixed up. But I'm pretty sure Josh Harrison is the one. I just remember watching like crazy avoiding the tag
Oh yeah,
compilation. And
yeah. That was him. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Was it against the Mets?
I think so. I mean, I remember the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
from
I
second
see.
to third. I mean, he was all over those compilations.
Yeah,
That was really, I mean, how I originally knew this guy, and he was also in baseball for a while. Never really, I guess, let's see, 2014 finished ninth in MVP voting, and then 2017 another All Star season. Other than that, pretty much been below league average really his entire career. But this guy's, I think we'd feel more comfortable with him than Oswaldo Cabrera. His defensive metrics are not that great. He's also going to be 36 this year, and last year he had a 554 OPS in 40 games. So this guy is look, we wouldn't be rolling into the season with this guy as our everyday third baseman, but I think at least to start the season, I don't hate the move, and
no.
Especially I like the idea of a veteran presence a lot more on opening day and for the first few weeks than just giving Oswaldo Cabrera more and more shots.
Yeah, and we're not saying you have to go out there and play Josh Harrison every day. Like Christian said, the guy's going to be 36 years old. But no, maybe you platoon him with Oswaldo Cabrera. Maybe the first week or something, someone needs a day, you can play second. But he's also a big energy guy. I went to a Yankee game a couple years ago. Was when he was with Chicago. He had a double in the gap and then started doing Deion Sanders shuffle into second base. Big energy guy, big swagger. Beard's gonna have to go, so that'd be interesting. But
Yeah.
hey, this guy, like, if he hits, he hits. Maybe you find your next, Matt Carpenter or something. He hits, he hits. He doesn't, you get rid of him. DJ comes back. It's really as simple as that. Another guy could be Elvis Andrews. Same thing. Guy's been in the league forever. Probably remember him from Texas. He was with Chicago, I think, past couple years. He was with them last year. But he's another guy. Just having a veteran presence out there who's been in the league, is going to have a high baseball IQ. Might be the guy you want at third base rather than putting Oswaldo Cabrera in there at that position. Having options and having flexibility at third base with DJ down would definitely be beneficial because as of now, Oswaldo Cabrera is really the only guy on the team or guaranteed spot in the team, that can play third base. We've heard some rumors about Kevin Smith making the team. Brian Hoke put him in his Yankees opening day projection. But with DJ out, the only guy on the team who can play third base is Oswaldo Cabrera. So having options, having that flexibility could definitely be beneficial to the Yankees early on in the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think Elvis Andrews is probably a better option than Josh Harrison. I mean, this guy's also he's going to be 35, a year younger than Josh Harrison, but he's kind of just hit more recently, a 660 OPS last year, and pretty steadily, I guess, the past two years. So, and I feel like he doesn't have any Gold Gloves, but I feel like his defense, at least at shortstop, has been pretty solid. I feel like he's always on the highlight reels, and that's kind of what he's known for as a defensive type guy. So, it's kind of the same conversation with Josh Harrison. I just think Elvis Andrews might be a little bit of a better option. Both are free agents, though. Both, if they were going to be Yankees, would come over in the next day or two, really. I mean, they're not getting signed on opening day and flying out to Houston. So, it's kind of, if it happens, it happens. If not, then I guess we're rolling out Oswaldo. We don't, it's not like me and Ryan have a grudge against Oswaldo Cabrera, but I mean, we're just blatantly looking at the stats and what he's done for the team, which is very little, right?
Yeah.
I like Oswaldo. I mean, I think his energy
great guy. Great guy.
What he brings as a bench bat is pretty nice. I mean, utility, switch hitter, speedy guy is like perfect. But do we want him starting at third base? Not necessarily. So, I mean, it would be for only a few games. But, I mean, I think if the Yanks could go out and get a veteran just to play for a week and see how that goes, I think it'd be better than just running out Oswaldo.
Yeah, and we're going to have to see what happens with DJ LeMahieu. Looks like he's not going to be playing opening day, but how much time is he going to miss, right? Like, does he start the season on the IL? Like, if it's just going to be a few games, then I guess that's fine. But you don't want to really be playing with a guy down so early on in the season, especially when the Yankees start the season with 7 straight games with no off days. So if they're playing a man down, I mean, that could be tough. And then your bench is very depleted. And you're playing 2 really good teams to start the season. So all these factors play a big role in what's going to happen. I mean, we don't know the total status of DJ LeMahieu's injury other than that he's most likely not going to play opening day. But there's a lot of questions surrounding third base. And, I don't know how Yankee fans would feel if we brought in another third baseman with the name Josh. We've seen that go south. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of questions surrounding third base for the Yanks.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Cashman is going to pull off some crazy trade for a third baseman, I think we both say just pump the brakes and just roll out Oswaldo because we don't need to see another Josh Donaldson type trade where we're buying a 35 million or a 35-year-old guy for $25 million a year.
So bad.
We don't need that again. So, worst comes to worst, Oswaldo Cabrera is our third baseman. Fingers crossed he stays healthy, because if not, then who knows what happens. But
yeah, give Boone a glove. I mean,
it's Boone or bust at that point.
It really is. It really is.
And that, I mean, at that point, look at Robinson Cano.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking that today, and I'd be shocked if he got a shot. Just he's 41 years old, and he's in the majors in 22, and got released 3 times. Like, he started the season with the Mets, got released by the Mets, signed with the Padres, got released by the Padres, signed with the Braves, played 3 games for Atlanta. So I'd be utterly floored if he got signed to a team, but hey, I mean, you got to respect the hustle. I mean, he's playing until the wheels fall off. So, maybe before you go to Houston or fly back to Tampa, also that's going to be interesting because Mexico City's so close to Houston. Maybe the guys remaining there just fly to Houston. Like, why go back to Tampa to fly? That's a lot of traveling. So that's a whole nother thing they were talking about on the broadcast. But hey, maybe you get Robbie Cano on that flight. I never played third base, 41 years old. Hey, give him a shot. Maybe he'll be able to do some things. And yeah, who knows? But 41 years old, that's unbelievable.
And he was pretty. I mean, it was only 33 games, but he was bad in 2022. I mean, a 3.73 OPS. Yikes. Before that, amazing, but I think he might have reached the end of the line.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, wow. 41 years old playing second base. I mean, that's really, really hard to do. But yeah, good luck. Good luck to Robbie with the Diablos Rojos and
Diablos Rojas.
Ro- Rojos. Christian takes French in high school, for those of you wondering. Does not take Spanish, so not well versed in pronunciation stuff. Not saying I am. I took 2 years of Spanish and was done with it because I didn't know how to do it. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Spanish would definitely be a more useful thing. I still regret taking French. I mean, what is there French baseball players?
I mean, no, I mean maybe back in the day when there's the Montreal Expos,
Well,
talk
like
to the
Freddie
people there.
Freeman's Canadian, but like I don't. He
Yeah,
didn't speak
no, there's not.
French.
No, they don't play France. They don't play France or French there. I don't know.
Diablos Rojos. Robbie Cano is probably gonna be a pass. As fun as that would be.
That would be honestly like if it was like second base. I mean, still a hard no, but like then you could like think about it. It's still a hard no, but like I don't know. That would really be something. That'd be so weird. Be so bizarre.
Well, is Cano on the Diablo Rojas, or is he just
Yeah, yeah, he is. He's on the team. Yeah, he signed with them
for the season? It's not like a Trevor Bauer that's just there for a month or whatever.
I don't know, but like I'm like I don't know. Like maybe like if a team like I don't I have no idea. Like maybe if he got an MLB offer, like a team would like because it's Robinson Cano, maybe they'd like allow him. I don't know like how competitive it is, but I don't know. I saw it on ESPN when he signed. I think he signed with the team. But maybe he's just doing the same thing as Trevor Bauer. And I wonder when this is all done where Bauer's going to try to end up playing. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, one person said Urshela. I guess that's the last option.
Yeah.
I mean, I there was talks because he signed with Detroit, and then it's not. He's probably not going to be the starting third baseman, and that was the whole reason he signed with Detroit. But I still don't. I mean, we kind of talked about Detroit might have a shot at competing with how bad the Central is this year.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Yankees are going to pull off a last minute trade for Urshela.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if DJ was out for a longer period of time, or if this injury got extended, then I could really see that happening, actually. But I mean, if it's really just like a week, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, Gio would be a fun guy to have on the bench and just in the clubhouse, but I feel like you'd have to give up a prospect or two, and I don't know if that's really worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially when DJ comes back and you got like a situation there. So I don't know. I mean, third base certainly going to be interesting. Robinson Cano, still available. You never know what can happen there, and exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. And, exciting stuff. We don't know what's going to happen at third base. Maybe Robinson Cano. Maybe Robinson Cano bats 350 this year for the Diablos Rojos. Comes back. DJ gets injured again, or someone goes down. Boom, we're late August. We pick up Robinson Cano because the Diablos Rojos season is over. Robinson Cano comes back, bats like 333, tanks 15 home runs, and then wins, World Series MVP at the age of 41 years old. Like, you never know what can happen in this world, and you never know. It may just happen, so don't tune out because that could happen. It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. It's not likely. Before we get into the Yankees and Astros series preview, Foco released a Mickey Mantle Sports Illustrated cover bobblehead Saturday morning. You can pre-order it through the first link in our description. Very cool style. The face is super detailed. You even have the card on the base. Really cool bobblehead. If it interests you, again, first link in our description. Thank you to Foco, and yeah, supports us and gets you a cool bobblehead.
Very, very cool stuff from Foco over there. I mean, that's a really cool bobblehead. And Mickey Mantle was featured today on the broadcast because the last time the Yankees played the Diablos Rojos, it was Mickey Mantle's last season. So there was some photos of that, and that was really, really cool to see. And yeah, Mickey Mantle, one of baseball greats, obviously an amazing Yankee, and why wouldn't you want a bobblehead of him? I mean, that's super cool having your office desk or whatever. So shout out to Foco. Really exciting stuff over there, and just great stuff overall. But Christian, the Yankees do have their first series of the year on Thursday. It's a 4-game set, and we have a little bit of a series preview. Exciting stuff. The Yankees and the Astros, like I said in the beginning, two heavyweights going at it, two teams with bad blood that don't like one another, facing off in the first series of the year on Thursday at 4:10 p.m. Eastern and 3:10 p.m. Central Time over there. So very, very exciting, and it's going to be Nestor Cortez going up against Framber Valdez, and I am so stoked for this game. So stoked.
Yeah, me too. And I can give you all the probables for the series. So opening day is going to be Nestor Cortez against Framber Valdez, two lefties going at it. Valdez has given the Yankees trouble, so we'll see how that goes. Then second game is Christian Javier against Carlos Rodon. Christian Javier has also given the Yankees trouble. Was part of the no-hitter last year or
2022.
2022. Then game 3 is going to be Hunter Brown, the young, hard-throwing right-hander from the Astros against Marcus Stroman. So Marcus Stroman's debut with the Yankees, and then Marcus Stroman will also have the home opener his next time through. And then game 4 is JP France of the Astros against Clark Schmidt. So full slate going at it.
Wow, I mean, the pitching matchups are pretty solid. I mean, you don't like looking at all four of those guys on both teams. I mean, there's no like Joe Schmo in there. I mean, these are two teams that have potent offenses, that have good pitching staffs. Houston's got an amazing bullpen. Yankees got a very solid bullpen over there. There was also an MLB graphic today, not to really get too much off topic. They named the Yankees in top 10 bullpen when they led baseball in bullpen ERA last year. I mean, I know they lost Mike King, but like, hold the horses. Astros signed Josh Hader, huge acquisition for them this offseason. So these teams have it all. I mean, they're two of the best teams in the American League, two of the best teams in baseball, and they match up very, very well with one another. They've played each other a bunch in the postseason. The Yankees, unfortunately, have not seemed to beat them. But, hopefully this year, if we do end up facing them, we go out there and kick their ass. Because that's, one thing I want more in my life than anything is for us to kick their ass in the playoffs. But let's start with beating them first series of the year. See what they got. See what kind of team they have going on. And the star power, Christian. You got Aaron James Judge, captain of the New York Yankees. Aaron James Judge going against the Astros basic captain, Jose Altuve, little 5-foot guy, whatever, cheater. You got him going out there, Jose Altuve, Aaron Judge. I mean, these two guys have been going at it for years. You got Yordan Alvarez with the Astros. You got Juan Soto with the Yankees. The star power is there. Star power is there. All we needed was Garrett Cole versus Justin Verlander. But regardless, the star power is there. And for those of you wondering why Verlander wasn't in one of those four pitchers for the first 4 games for the Astros, he is injured. So luckily the Yankees are going to miss him. But with that being said, the Astros got some very good pitchers over there. But we do, Christian, I did make a Yankees possible lineup for something what I think we could see opening day, what I think is likely. So I'll read it to you guys quickly. It's Gleyber Torres leading off at second base, Juan Soto batting second in right field, Aaron Judge batting third in center, Anthony Rizzo batting cleanup at first base, Giancarlo Stanton batting fifth DH, Alex Verdugo batting sixth in left field, Anthony Volpe batting seventh at shortstop, Oswaldo Cabrera batting eighth at third base, and then batting ninth, Jose Trevino or Austin Wells. I don't know who's going to get that spot on opening day, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, I I'd lean towards Austin Wells. I don't know who Cortez would rather pitch to. I guess that's really what it comes down to. But yeah, I mean, I want Austin Wells getting a shot, especially if you're going to be without DJ and that bottom, really those bottom three in that lineup, that can thin out pretty quickly. We'll see what we get from Volpe, but I like the idea of having Wells in there. I think he hit well last year when he came up against Houston and played there. So I'd probably lean towards Wells. But I mean, look, you can go either way, and both of them are going to get. They're probably. I imagine it's going to be pretty much split evenly this year.
Yeah, and I like the idea of Austin Wells too because of his bat. I think he provides a lot more offensively than Jose Trevino does. And having Austin Wells in there, they would definitely have a lot of bounce. I mean, as well as switch hitter, they'd have a ton of lefties in there. They'd have the power righties in there as well. But they are facing a lefty on opening day. So do they, lean towards Jose Trevino, having him from the right side, or do you just say, hey, it doesn't matter, Austin Wells the better hitter, let's have him play? I think also not only does it affect whoever's pitching opening, like Nestor Cortez pitching opening day affects who's probably going to be catching opening day, you would think. But I think also the pitchers that follow affect that too. Because Carlos Rodon likes pitching to Trevino, and then Stroman likes pitching to Wells. So they have to match that up, and I think they'll match it up the first five guys that we see, and we'll definitely see one of them in the series. But yeah, I mean that's basically what the Yankees lineup is going to be, barring a late acquisition to play third base for the Yankees. It's a really solid lineup. I mean, even with DJ LeMahieu out, it's a solid lineup, and excited to see what the boys can do for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think these are really two of the top three teams in the American League, and it's really going to be. I mean, I guess the Orioles are probably also in that bunch, but these are probably the three favorites to make it out of the American League and make it to the World Series. So we're getting a preview, first series of the year, and I mean it should be electric between the history that these teams have had over the past 5 or 6 years. And we're still kind of waiting on that 1 year where the Yankees are going to get the Astros. We haven't seen it. And it's, kind of in our lifetime, it's been like the Astros have just been our kryptonite, and it sucks. I hate that. I mean, the Yankees should be the ones that are scary and the annoying team that no one can beat, but it's been the Astros. So I hope this is the year. I mean, it starts the first series of the year. You got to start with bare minimum splitting, and I mean, look, if you go out and win a series, the vibes are going to be through the roof. So
yeah,
I'm pumped. I'm really pumped for the season. I wish we had Cole on opening day, but look, I mean, he's going to come back in 2 months and hopefully just make this good team even better.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's been a long, crazy offseason. It's been long. It's been crazy. It's been exciting. Spring training's been amazing. And when we do this live a week from today, the Yankees will have just finished their first series of the year We'll see what their record is in their first 4 games. We'll have a ton of storylines, a ton to talk about. So if you want to clear up some time for us on your schedule, we'll have so much to talk about. We'll recap everything that happens. We would be honored and greatly appreciate that. But it's really exciting, and for us, this is also big. What is this now? Year 3, Christian? Year 3?
Well, yeah, I guess so. We did it in 21. Wait, no,
Yeah.
we didn't do it in 21. No.
Starting the 21 off season, going into 22.
So we did the 22 season, we did the 23 season,
Yeah.
and now we're doing the 24 season. Should be our best. I mean, but last year we were super excited. We grew a lot. We really did everything to make our page better, and then the Yanks kind of just had one of the most disappointing seasons ever. But I mean, what did they do? They went out and got Juan Soto, probably the best hitter in baseball, and along with some other guys. So I think this is going to be an awesome season for the Yankees. I think it's going to be an awesome season for us. So we're excited for all of you guys who are fans of us and listen to us to come along that journey. And I could not be more excited for this season.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. And Thursday, 4:10 p.m., the Yankees are going to be facing the Astros. So everyone lock in. Everyone get excited. Everyone wear your Yankees gear. And cheers to another wonderful season. And hopefully, 2024 is the season the Yankees had their 28th ring. So it was great talking to you guys, and we hope you all have an amazing night.
Peace.